Croeso friends, welcome back to Opus Elenae, where it is almost 2023. Last year I made a year in review video where I just went through and watched all of the reveals for all of the projects that I made for the entire year of 2021, and that seemed to be very popular. I had a lot of fun doing it, so I thought I would do the same thing for my last video of the year. So grab your cuppa. Today I am just drinking some decaf vanilla because we are having a cold front come through, which means that I end up wanting to drink a lot of tea, but I can't have too much caffeine. So instead, I'm just drinking some decaf vanilla tea from Harney & Sons in a mug that I got when my partner and I went to New Orleans a couple of years ago. Let's get into it. All right. Do I look like a real streamer now? Okay. This is the first time I'm watching much of these. First up, I'm packing my event garb. A smock, my black coat hardy. And I usually do voiceovers on reveals, so it's a little different. A London hood, of course. My St. Brigida cap and veil. Hosen and apron. And my garters. For modern clothes, I have my pajamas and banyan. I really managed to get a lot in there. A shirt and skirt. Another blouse and skirt. I also wish this wasn't so overexposed. A dress and a sweater. It all fits. A little snug, but manageable. I could pack a long weekend's worth of only medieval clothing easily. And how does it compare to modern luggage? I usually keep all of my weaving cotton in there, so I had to empty all of it out in order to film this part. I don't usually like to travel with those suitcases anymore. They're pretty fragile. So they're just for storage and looks now. As you can see, my weekend's worth of clothing fits perfectly, if snugly, into the suitcase. I will say that the market bag has the advantage though, since I can sling it over my shoulder and still have that hand free to carry something else. Forgot about this. This whole thing could have been so much shorter. I do really love this tunic. I still have plans to make another one or two. What do I do with my hands? This is just a scrap piece of fabric. Thank you for hanging out with me today. Stay tuned in the next couple of videos to see the rest of Lyriel's Viking librarian outfit, hopefully with fewer logistic problems. As always, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, and if you like taking your chances with notifications, go ahead and click the bell. If you're interested in finding me on other social media, I am at Opus Elenae everywhere, and those links will all be in the description box. I'll also post the link to my Ko-fi where you can leave me a one-time tip, browse my... I apparently didn't film an outro for this. Until next time, be kind, do the work, continue supporting marginalized people, and keep creating. Hwyl! Here's some of my favorite books. Don't mind the edge of the curtain you can see there. You should have cropped that better. Oh, my green tips. I haven't done that in a while. I should do that again. That was fun. I really am very pleased with how this vest came out. I'm thinking about pairing it with some of my longer dresses just to see if it looks nice or if it's something that I should only wear when I have more masculine clothes on. Don't mind that my veil is just a scrap of fabric too. I think I filmed that on 2 cameras so that I had 2 different... I filmed that all at the same time, so I had 2 different shots from 2 different cameras of the same thing happening. I think I did that a lot more this year, and I'm really happy with that. I think I'm going to continue to do that because it cuts down on my need to reshoot or shoot things several times from different angles with a camera. So it makes things go a lot faster filming wise. Fun fact, that is my copy of the Silmarillion, which I have never been able to finish. And the final installment. Oh, Bran. He was the goodest boy. I am really quite pleased at, one, how well the series did as a series, and I think that's probably because each individual item was capable of standing on its own. I think it would have been a different story if I had had, you know, part 1 of making a gown where I only made the first half of the gown, and then part 2 where I finished up the gown. And I think having each part be an individual item made this video series more successful than some other series I've seen that are formatted the other way. And I'm really quite happy with how this building an outfit came along. It's a great outfit. I wore it at Gulf War when we were walking around, you know, just going from fire to fire at night. And it was really nice not to have to worry about skirts and things like that. And the vest kept me quite warm. It was good. This reveal is so long. The way those curtains are set up, you can't get into my bedroom when those curtains are up. And Bran was often really mad at me because I would block his access to the bedroom and he would try and like get in between the curtains to get into the bedroom. Sometime in the future, I'd actually like to weave my own Winnegas. I think it would be very fun just to try weaving something that is technically a narrow wear, but is wider than maybe I could weave on an ankle loom. So many pairs of Winnegas that you see now are just strips of material that are cut from larger pieces of material, just like this. I just think that would be fun, you know, in my copious spare time and space. Those Winnegas clips came from Bad Baroness Buttons, Avalon Natural on Etsy. I really like their stuff. And they make amazing buttons too. A lot of the buttons that I've used on like my coat hardies and things like that have come from there. And those shoes came from Boots by Bohemond. And those are Viking age shoes, and I really liked them because they had this really pretty detail on it, and also I thought that they would work well for masculine or feminine outfits. This really was a fun outfit. I love it. I think if I was going to do again, I would make the chausses higher in the back. But for the first pair of chausses I made for myself, I'm pretty satisfied with them. I did really start playing around with this whole split screen situation this year. I really like it, actually. I think it's a fun way of showing the outfit from multiple points of view without making a reveal unnecessarily long like this one is. I can't believe people sat through it. If I was going to do this again, I would cut this down by half. Look at my scandalous underpants. More scandalous underpants. I thought I was actually gonna get demonetized for this one. I wasn't sure exactly how YouTube was going to like me in a bralette getting dressed. They said it was fine, I guess. Or rather, they didn't say it wasn't fine. I'll take it. I love these patents. They are a lifesaver because not only does it mean that my leather shoes don't get wet when it's rainy outside, but also that they don't get cold because my feet are off the ground. And so the cold doesn't seep into my feet from the ground like it does otherwise. 100% underrated. It wasn't wet, so I wasn't using them outside. Fun fact, this is the front of my apartment complex. There's kind of a green space, and it's bounded on one side by these fake stone walls. And what you can't see is that the street is actually just off screen to the left. And I had so many cars that were slowing down and like rubbernecking at me while I was out here filming. This has happened in a couple of other videos too. You'll be able to see other videos where I'm standing in front of there, and I always had people like, yeah, I'm a sucker for a good slow-mo twirl shot. And a hood. More people should wear their hoods chaperone style. They're so ridiculous and jaunty. What a dignified gentleman. Oh, third of the way done. I didn't actually have a video on making anything in April, so I just pulled out a couple of shots from the Gulf War vlog and then the capsule wardrobe vlog. They both did surprisingly well, considering that I didn't actually make anything in them, and the videos where I am not making anything tend not to do quite as well. All of it. Oh, partner. Isn't he the most adorable? It was so wet and rainy that day. I think we had all the weather because it started off cold and then we had a torrential downpour. That was the first clip. Here's the capsule wardrobe I put together. This is another one of those videos where I didn't really have an outro or a reveal for this one, so I just ended up grabbing some footage. Adventures in ombre dyeing from last year's Tudor Witch video. One black linen dress with teal silk trim.
This was made specifically as a set.
Okay, I had to switch my headphones because my other ones
This is the most versatile
my
dress
other ones
I'm
died.
using, and I love it. Madder coral washed silk underdress. This dress is mostly here in case of cold weather since silk is incredibly insulating. White dress. This is another one-use dress. I'm packing it to go with my black apron dress and gold Anstira panel to wear in the parade since black, gold, and white are my Baronese colors. Black gathered front wool apron dress. Incredibly versatile.
Still one of my favorite projects.
Red linen apron dress. I do love the cut of this dress. It makes me so happy. Gray-green apron dress. This is the one the black underdress was made for. Window pane checked peplos style blog dress. This is my going to take a shower or it's
Needed that. Yeah, I needed that too.
Dress. This is my it's unbearably cold dress, usually layered over the silk. I did not bring Bran to war, no matter how helpful he insisted on being. My Viking coat. This is perfect for after sundown when I want a little warmth but don't want to fully change. Headscarves and veils. And my masculine outfit. I want to have the option of wearing something without skirts if I need to.
I was definitely looking for Pirates of the Caribbean type music. Very glad to say that I managed to find some. I really loved the porthole as window into the video. I love doing stuff like that, and I don't do it as often as I might enjoy. Also, styling these outfits was super fun. It was a pain in the butt to get changed a million different times, but I really love the way all of these came out. And by having one camera that was filming, one camera that I was using to take pictures of each outfit, and my phone filming, I managed to get the reveal video, still photos, and a TikTok out of one scene. Like I didn't have to change into outfits 12 million times or stop filming to change, the format of it and everything like that, or anything like that. And it worked out really well. I'd like to do more things like that. I'm really looking to streamline my content creation this coming year. That is such a cute outfit. You can't count the number of times the brand was an unwilling prop in my videos. It was a good sport. '18th century loungewear, but make it vaguely goth. That was fun. That was a fun one. This is another month that I didn't make clothing, but made an item. I'm so proud of learning how to do this particular weave structure. It came out really well. And I'm also weaving with my delightful shuttle that I should do another weaving video soon. Yeah, it did come out super pretty. Such an interesting look. We think of weaving as this very stratified, horizontal, vertical, but this pattern has such, organic curves to it. I love it. This was a month I didn't actually make any clothing in. I just did projects that were not clothing. Sometimes that works out as far as the algorithm goes, sometimes it doesn't, but I don't know. I'm generally really happy with the way that the projects came out. And I think it's always really fun to give people options as to what to do with their SCA heraldry, because I think people register things and then they're just like, I don't know what to do with this. So they don't do anything with it. It's really nice to have a jewelry box where I can put, the jewelry that I'm planning on wearing, any regalia I might be taking, especially if I know a friend is going to be getting an award that I would like to pass something down for them. And my laurel wreath, because I am often not incredibly fancy. Halfway through the year. Oh, this was the Tunica month. These came out so well. At least better on my partner who has broader shoulders. Jace is what I was trying to say there. The pink sash is especially manly. Much senator, very Rome. That's my John Gaius cosplay. God, these are so comfortable. There's nothing worse than trying to figure out how to wear clothing built for the little ice age in 103-degree weather. I have a thing for dots. I've done so many like getting dressed videos, like getting dressed reveals, which I think is kind of fun. It's not something that I had done, I think, in the past. This I was very proud of. And I figured out how to do this, and I figured out how to like split screen to make myself visible in both halves of the shot. I don't know that I'll have many things coming up in the future where I'll need to do something like this with, but I am so proud of it though. I make an adorable couple. Good job, Self.
This is the tall ship Alyssa. She's docked in Galveston, where she serves as a museum dedicated to the history of the port island and sailing ships in general. She is so beautiful. I really want to climb the ropes, but they get super batty.
I feel like I had 2 impressive reveals in 1 month, and I set the bar for myself for the rest of the year really high, and I don't know that I met it, but this whole second Our Flag Means Death cosplay thing was conceived solely with the plan of going to the Alyssa and filming there for the reveal. And partner, who is an entire tall ship geek, was very excited to do this. He actually filmed he got some of my footage. It was so hot though.
The library is lacking.
We were the only people on the boat until this poor family came up, and they were like, "What the hell are you doing?" Not pictured. Tornado just off screen. Oh, there they are. Just playing and having such a fun time in the surf. We definitely bribed them to go to the Alyssa with the promise of swimming afterwards. That was a good reveal. I got so many comments on this video about how long my hair is, and I always forget that I wear it up in a bun so much that people, I think, don't really know exactly how long it truly is. And I've cut a little bit off of it actually since here because the ends were pretty fried, but it's still really long. It's still really surprising to people. It's also very amusing to me that despite this dress not going with almost anything in my wardrobe, I wear it an awful lot. Like it doesn't really go as an underdress to most of my things. But it looks very nice on its own. And it's got that really lovely sort of madder orange coral color. This veil is so pretty. I made it for a friend of mine who is now Baroness in Oklahoma City, and she was so thrilled with it and so happy with it, and I was so glad. I just love the way that the beads make the silk drape. It gives that kind of sheerness and that really graceful waterfall effect on either side of your face that you see in some manuscripts of the time. And it just looks so good. I should wear my silk veil more. I don't wear it very often. Usually because I'm not being fancy. I'm usually doing something. Oh look, it's my handsome partner again. I think Tornado was off screen being ridiculous at them. It really did come out nicely. I'm very proud of it. It was so much work though. See? There's the dress again. And my hair. Fun fact, my apartment isn't quite big enough to film a long shot, like a tall shot of me without getting some things in the sides. So sometimes when I film, I will then put these kind of gray curtains in post to hide the edges of the curtain and things that you can see on the sides. This takes forever. I had a lot of people telling me that I should find more matching things. Like, I had a lot of people tell me that I should have done more to make sure that everything that I was wearing matched better. And I wonder if those people have studied the Middle Ages at all and seen what color schemes people put together. I think medieval people would have not been surprised to see me put those colors together. That was well within the acceptable range of colors to wear together. You know, despite all of the issues that I had with the original fabric not working out and everything, I am very pleased with the way that this dress came together in the end. It's like understated and opulent at the same time with that trim. It ended up looking so good. And as always, I am so grateful to all of my members, to all of my Croissants Coffee members and not. I could not do any of this without your support, and I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much. All right, last quarter of the year. Oh, this was fun. I shot this on location, I say in quotes, at an Amgard event that we went to. And I definitely had a whole bunch of people walk by this little clearing, which is kind of just off of where we were camping, like all the cabins and everything. I had like a bunch of people just walk by this clearing and be like, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you filming for? Why are you just posing in the woods? This also was an event that was like 900 degrees out, and I was very glad that I decided to wear this particular outfit to it. I do think I missed an opportunity by not filling my bucket with water and sponges and just going around and dumping water on people all day. Yet another get ready in front of my mirror situation. Again, very pleased with how this came out. I thought it was one of those things where I was gonna make it and be like, whatever, it's fine. But it ended up looking so perfect and like just about exactly like you see in some of those manuscripts that I was kind of astonished about it actually. This is also one of the rare eras where you could kind of wear your hair out and down and have it be socially acceptable. Obviously more socially acceptable if you were unwed. Also a fun excuse to wear my cyclist because it's velvet, so I very rarely wear it. Eventually, I am going to make myself the hairnet that goes with this. I have all the materials, I just haven't done it. Yep, I think I will do that in 2023. I think that will be like a thing that is on my list to do, is to make the hairnet to go with this. Yet another vlog. I made a few vlogs this year. They didn't do as badly as I expected, considering. In some ways, I like making vlogs because there isn't a real lead up into the production of them. I just go to the event and film and then edit afterwards. But it does mean that I am less present and in the moment at events where I am vlogging, because I am like constantly thinking about what shots I need and would this be interesting to film. And I think that's okay, especially for events like this where I didn't really have anything that I needed to do or any responsibilities. I think I'm going to try and keep it to like 2 vlogs a year. You know, one every 6 months or so. Okay, fun story. This reveal, I didn't have any ideas for the reveal. And so I went back and just took a look at all of my reference pictures. I just went back and looked at all of my reference pictures for these hoods, and I was like, what if I just pose like that? And it worked. Like everybody loved it. Everybody thought it was super clever, and it was just because I had no ideas, like no real fun narrative or anything to film for the reveal. And I was like, I don't want to film one more get ready with me thing. And it ended up being one of the more fun reveals that I'd filmed this year. So I was trying to get the movement because it looks like this guy's spinning and there's like movement. I don't think I was very successul. Made for a fun shot though. This one, partner was telling me that he's like, why didn't you ask me to film it with you? Because I have a dagged hood that I made too. And we could have done this one together and you wouldn't have had to like do both of them. And it was like, you weren't here. I should have tried harder to get the facial expressions more correct. Like that dude was clearly frowning. This one's fun. I always get people asking me how long a lyra pipe should be. And as you can see, there's textual evidence that they were so long that you had to tie them up. And then this one is literally down to the ground. To the ground. This one's fun because not only does it have dagging on the end. Oh, I did it backwards. Oops. But it also has dagging down the lyra pipe as well, which is kind of a fun idea and might be like something interesting to do with fulled wool, where instead of sewing the lyra pipe into a tube, you just leave it flat with the dags on it, dags cut into it. I feel like that would be a really fun experiment to see kind of how that ends up looking. Maybe 2023. Because heaven knows I need another hood. This project was super fun. It was really, I did a lot of medieval stuff last year, medieval and Viking, and it was really fun to kind of bounce around out of that and kind of back into Edwardian and sort of, you know, much more modern clothes. Because I end up wearing these in my everyday outfits. I feel like the closure for this one was so... the neighbors came home. I was shooting actually right in front of one of the neighbors' buildings. And they came home and were asking me what was going on and what I was doing. And I'm just that crazy white lady who does twirls by the fence. They all think I'm nuts. I haven't actually read that book. I have it. I should. I got it for Tornado, or my cousin got it for Tornado, and I don't know that they've read it either. Kind of a parody of Gothic young adult novels. November. Almost done. Almost done. Tornado only agreed to film this if they could keep their t-shirt on underneath because they didn't feel like changing completely. And then they just hand it up. I think they were mocking me. Definitely mocking me. I think it's really an important thing to talk about the ways that we are inclusive and accessible with clothing for kids or people with sensory issues. Of course, cotton flannel didn't exist in the Viking era, but you know what? That's what my kid will wear, and that's what my kid feels comfortable in. And so that's what I'm going to do to make the experience fun for them. This entire reveal was filmed and directed by Tornado. I feel like I should give them director of photography credit on this video. Still working on the camera work. But still, like, their framing, look at that. It's so nice. And it's so much farther away. Like, I would have never thought to get myself... I would have never thought to shoot from that far away and get myself only in a little part of the screen. And it looks so good. They did such a good job. I was very happy with the way that this reveal came out. I was very sad about why I was wearing the cape and my partner's not wearing the cape, but we have an event in the middle of January, and it is the coronation for our new king and queen, and he is going to wear this there, and I promise that I will get pictures and probably a little bit of video in it then. Thank you for coming along with me on this unexpectedly long video of all the reveals of 2022. I had so much fun making these. I can't wait to see what 2023 will bring. I really look forward to taking you along with me as I find out. And as 2022 comes to a close, I will remind you again to be kind, do the work, continue supporting marginalized people, and keep creating. Will.